Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay, let's try again. Jeff, you got this.
We said one take, right?
No, we said 100. Okay.
We got 200 takes.
Let's look right here.
Take 50. Yes, welcome back to Hot Topics. I'm Jeff Adjumai with Home Life Miracle and House of Trade, bringing you the most talked about real estate news stories of the week. As you can tell, we have a very different format here today. We have a special guest with us. This is Dominique Watson, business owner, financier, friend. I've known her for almost a decade, and I'm very glad she's been here, or she's here with us today. Dom, thank you so much. You don't smile so hard. So, one thing we mentioned in one of our episodes, I believe it was episode 5, where we're talking about the home buyer's plan, and I went into a little bit about what it is. Dominique has a lot of experience working in large financial institutions and working with first-time buyers and helping them utilize the first-time home buyer's plan to get their first property. So we wanted to touch base with her on how she goes about working with clients on that and how she used it herself to get her first property. If you can't tell, we're actually shooting in her home. She's been gracious enough to allow us in her home to shoot. And Dom, thank you again.
Hey, most welcome. I'm happy to be here. With the First Home Buyers Plan, it's actually a really good program for individuals like myself. So what I did to actually leverage it is I actually decided to take my bonuses each year and actually put them towards my RSP instead.
Oh, nice.
If you work in a corporation and you're entitled to get a bonus, essentially what usually happens is that it gets taxed up to about 34%, which is a great big chunk of money. Yeah. And I looked at that after about my first or second year of working for the bank, and I decided to instead put it towards my RSPs once I learned about the home buyer's plan. Mm-hmm. And from there I was able to use those funds to actually leverage for my first home. So
how did you learn about the home buyer's plan? Was it through work, or was it through just another financial individual that came to talk to you about the plan?
It was actually through work as well. Okay. I learned about it because I would help customers with it, and then I got to learn about it through my lending career.
Okay, nice. So tell the consumers or tell the people out there, for someone that's never even heard of the home buyer's plan, how would you explain it to a client or a customer?
I guess in a nutshell, like the best way to say it is just literally leveraging your retirement savings and putting towards better use while you can, because we all know like you're probably not going to retire tomorrow, so you might as well use those funds in a better way. And the government came out with this way of actually taking those funds and leveraging it in a way that's actually going to be helpful for you right now versus 40 years down the line. Yeah.
So was it frustrating? Were there any challenges in the experience or when you were going through the process? What would you say would be the biggest challenge that you had to deal with?
I guess the most challenging part is just like finding out more of like the fine print details, because you have to really call into the government, just find out like, am I actually able to do this? Like, am I able to qualify? Because the last thing you would want is ending up being charged for taking out your money, right?
So there's an eligibility process.
Exactly. Yeah, you just want to make sure, like for most people it's okay, but if you are planning to purchase that first home with someone else, then you should definitely make sure that you still qualify if you're purchasing with someone else.
Okay, how would it work if an individual one person is the first time buyer and another person isn't? Can they still qualify for it?
Exactly. So there is a bit of specifications around that. Like if it's your spouse, I don't believe that you can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you just have to double check. Okay, so it's just making sure that you actually check the eligibility requirements. You can call in, they're very helpful over the phone, just asking those type of questions.
Okay, that's actually interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So as an individual, two people that are just buying for the first time, they're not married, maybe they're common law, for example.
Exactly.
They would be able to qualify?
Exactly, both of them.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
But if you're a married couple and one person has bought already,
yeah, it depends, right?
Oh, okay.
Because there's certain other requirements, like that person, maybe they didn't own a house in the last 4 years, then they could possibly still qualify as well. So just making sure you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first time buyer, how's it been? How's been the experience? You've had the home for how long?
So almost 3 years now. And honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot to own a home and have that ownership title. It's a great experience. It's very rewarding at the end, but the whole moving process and like getting adjusted and getting used to, like, I guess you can call it like really adulting because you get bills in the mail every week, like every week, every month.
Everything's addressed to you.
Yeah, exactly. So those property taxes, when they hit, that's always, the best time of the life. Yeah, so it's definitely a big adjustment time. At at the same time, also very rewarding to know that, you know, I have ownership, and to see the equity grow and all that stuff is very rewarding.
Do you feel that home ownership has put you in a better position, just in general, whether it's in your professional life, your personal life?
I definitely would say more in my personal life, just having that ability to say like, hey, I like come over to my house kind of thing, and not have any restrictions, and, you know, doing my own thing, more independence for sure. So I really appreciate that. Professionally, I wouldn't say as much, like more conversation, I guess, around the table, but nothing else really professionally.
Okay, now you're also a business owner.
Yes.
Faces by Dom. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen her Instagram page, check it out. She does amazing work. You got a spot off an Airbnb last summer. And tell us about the business first, and tell us about some of what you've done.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a makeup artist and entrepreneur, and I absolutely love makeup. Everyone knows this. I have like a whole makeup shrine room, I guess you can call it. I spend thousands of dollars on makeup. It's like my number one weakness. And it's just because I really love playing with makeup, playing with colors, playing with my creative side a lot. I definitely am in the process actually of redesigning the room, just because I wanted to just give it a different look and feel right now. So it's in the process of being redesigned. I'll do a whole tour when I'm done. And being a makeup artist, it definitely allows me to explore that creative side. I'm a full-time finance professional, so having this opportunity to kind of like explore that creativity side, definitely recommend to check out my Instagram, and, you know, contact me for makeup.
I was saying, like, last year she got an Airbnb spot close to downtown Toronto for a Caribana weekend. She had a bunch of clients coming through just for the Saturday morning, and it was insane, a
great turnout. Amazing experience. Waking up at like 3 a.m. and just doing makeup. I definitely had the passion then. So it was nothing to me to like just be up and like just ready to go. I had a great team helping me out that day as well, and the energy was just amazing. So I really appreciate everyone that came out and supported that movement. And just over the last few years of developing my makeup brand, like working with the Entrepreneur Center, this is another gem that we have right in the city.
An entrepreneurial center.
I have so much respect for the Entrepreneur Center and just everything that they do for people that's just starting. They help me a lot with developing my business plan and ensuring that like I'm financially savvy with like my business moves. And with that in mind, I got a grant from them for $5,000 as well. And that really helped with like building my kit out and giving me opportunities to do more weddings and more special events and more creative pieces. Like you'll see on my Instagram, I love just like renting a studio for the day and just painting. Like that's just like my ultimate day.
I want to thank Dominique for being here with us again today. Thank you again, Dom, letting us in your home, sharing your experiences with us. Once again, go check out her page, Faces by Dom. Come back, check out more hot topics. This was a great experience. If you like more of this format, let us know in the comment section down below. It's always a discussion. Come back and join us next week. We're going to see you. Peace.
Bye. Thank you.